Chronic singleness and the lack of romantic connection can impact your mental health and can impact your mental health enough that you feel like you don't want to be alive anymore. Neff, I'm sorry that you're feeling such deep pain. Please know you matter. Please stay. The world needs you. You add so much value. From the time that I was a young teen, I was a hopeless romantic and I wanted connection, and I felt like that connection would help heal me from some of the things that I'd been through. I strove for that when I was younger. I wanted it. I worked for it. I did all the things you're supposed to do from the time that I was in my teens, clear until my late 30s, and nothing ever came to fruition for me. I'm 42 years old in my very first relationship. I'm so grateful that we're talking about it more, this chronic singleness, and people are finding connection. Finding connection with all of you for the last year or more has saved my life. And that's before I met Max, because it helped me understand that I'm not alone in this. And if I'm not alone in this, then this isn't some personal failure, some moral, like you're not worth it or you don't have any value. It's a deeper issue, and sometimes it's just how life shakes out for some of us. And it wasn't just the bone-weary loneliness that can come when you've been chronically single that made me feel like I didn't want to be alive anymore. It was what I believed the loneliness said about me and what I felt like society was saying about me because I had been chronically single that added to that well of pain. Let me say that again. It wasn't just that I was chronically single and had never been in a relationship, even though that was a big part of the pain, but it was also what I believed that loneliness said about me to myself and others. And what it said was that I don't have worth or value unless somebody else can desire me, unless somebody else has seen me in a romantic capacity. And that is not true. We have worth just because we exist and we breathe. That is all we need to do, is just exist, and our worth and value is intrinsic to us. It's like I was creating a double-edged sword for myself. I was lonely, and that loneliness is real and deep and hard to exist in if you want romantic connection and have never had it. But then I made all of these assumptions and judgments about myself based on that lack. And if I would have just allowed myself to grieve the loss of not having it and not attach it to my worth and value, I feel like my suicide ideation wouldn't have been so present in my life. I think the other thing that was hard for me is that wanting love caused me shame. Wanting love made me feel like I was less than, because society had kind of modeled that if you want that, you're naive or silly or young or childlike, and I didn't want that either. But I want you to know that it's okay to want love. I want you to know that it's okay to want romantic connection, just as it's okay not to. Just as it's okay to say, you know, enough, I don't want this anymore. That is just fine. And I think we just need to let each other have our feelings a lot more than we do. Neff, you're not alone. You deserve the love that you seek, and I'm sorry that it hasn't come your way yet. Please know your worth isn't attached to that romantic relationship, and I'm sending you love today.